Hi everyone and welcome to another tutorial with myself and Bart for our Total Body Transformation Program. So the great thing about tutorials is they give us those extra few minutes when we're not concentrating on being out of breath and running and what's happening next or listening to me spiel on, but they give us that little bit of extra time, so just have a go over the exercises, get them wrong and then get them right, hopefully. So today we're looking at plyo or our power exercises. Now, many of you who've already done some of the workouts and then come back to watch this tutorial will already know how much we rely on lots of big muscle group jumping, running, sprinting, bounding exercises. So it's essential we get these right. So let's just take a few moments. There's only 4 or 5 exercises to go through, but let's have a go with them. Let's get them absolutely right, and then you're going to get more out of your program. So number one I'm going to go with is our squat jump. So brilliant exercise, squat jumps, burns loads of calories, releases loads of energy, requires loads of muscle tissue. We want it to push. So we're going to have toes straight. We're going to go into a squat, load the muscle up, and then we jump high and we land. Okay, I'm going to stop you there for a second. I'm going to show you what not to do first. So what not to do is to not let your body absorb the weight. So we jump and then we stop dead. And that's what most of us do going into a squat jump. So we jump, squat, stop, stop. So you can't pound and that pound and that pound. And all the body weight that we then lift, all the power that we push through the body, propels all the way back through our joints and bones. And it's dangerous to do. And also it's due to your headache, and it's just not a good way of burning calories. So let's talk about absorbing force. Don't worry too much about jumping really high. And as always, remember, if you've got problems with ankles, knees and lower back, kind of grow into exercises. If you feel you are able to do so, have a go. It's fine, have a go. We're constantly going into power exercises. Walking is always an unbalanced exercise. This is similar, just that little bit more strength. So have a go of it, but grow into it. So we can do this. Load the muscle up, just a little jump. So I'm hardly lifting, I'm really light on my feet. Hardly lifting, and then I'm absorbing the force down. So I jump, absorb. So it's one fluid motion. So all that weight runs right through the body into the thighs. Let's go for it. So the toes go straight. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, and we go. Yeah, let's keep going for it. 2 more. Yeah, right, relax them off. Okay, this is the important thing. So when we begin to squat jump, very similar to squats, muscles will get tired and they get tight and they overwork. So we look at my feet, we start squat jumping, and then we somehow turn feet out and we end up like this. Now that's something called the sumo squat, and it's not something that we're going to use within our practice. So for the purpose of when you're exercising with me and Bart, please keep toes straight. Please make sure you sit back on heels. So we're constantly working the glutes as best we can. Tell you what, let's have 5 more reps. Let's have a go one more time. So 5 more reps. I'm going to watch Bart from the side. If you can, go for it. Jump as high as you can. Absorb force. So you can see it's a fluid motion through Bart. He's bending his knees and he just sinks. He just absorbs everything into his thighs, everything into his body. So it's important that you do that too. Brilliant stuff. Right, relax off. Let's go into our lunge jump. A little bit more challenging because it involves a few more mechanics. I'm going to show you really quick. I'm going to show you a slight angle so you can see what my feet do. So I go into a jump again, but I change my foot direction in the air. So I jump, change feet, jump, change feet. What it's not as spotty does. Anyone who used to do lots of aerobic exercises, sort of in the 80s, 90s, you'll know we used to do all these spotty dog exercises. We still do them in a lot of classes, to be fair. So lunge jumps are not that. Dynamic lunges are not that. They're about going into a lunge. It's a big muscle exercise, a power exercise. So again, we load the muscle up into the lunge, we jump and we absorb it into the lunge. Jump, absorb it into lunge. Really long stance. Let's have a go of it. Bart's going to step in and lead us. So let's just go 5 or 6 reps. Focus on the height and focus on absorbing force rather than moving through it really fast. Very, very challenging exercise for us. One that's going to push the thighs, push the heart rate, work us really hard, but it's a great exercise to get the heart rate pumping, get the blood flowing and work us. Okay, leave it there, Bart. Brilliant, thank you very much. So very challenging, very tough exercises. Think now, we're just in a tutorial. Heart rate's lifted, yeah, it's brilliant. So the big calorie burners, big exercise for us. Right, let's go on to our ice skater. Now ice skater I'm going to spend a little bit more time on because it's one that we kind of have to get it wrong a lot before we get it right. It's all about feeling it in the right place. So our ice skater is this. Think of an ice skater when they sway from side to side. You know, an ice skater sweeping across the ice, swaying from side to side, sprinting. We're going to try and mimic that with a jump. So the important thing is that we're always on one foot. We're always balanced. So we're not doing this. We're not touching the floor. One foot's always in the air. It's always, we're always slightly out of balance, and that's really key to this exercise. So watch me. I'm going to squat down into it nice and low. I'm off balance already, and a jump, and I'm off balance, and a jump, and a jump, and I'm nice and low through it. Now what I want you to do is really challenge your body with this. Once again, be careful of ankles, careful of knees, but really challenge your body. An ice skater works best when we challenge balance. So when we jump, and we have to kind of balance, we want to fall over. The muscles that stop that happening are your legs and your glutes. They tense, and then they thrust you back over the other side. So for those muscles to work, we really need to challenge that range of movement, okay? If we're just here, and we're just stepping, we're not going to go into much of an ice skater. Feel free to start there, but then grow it, grow it. Okay, here we go. Let's get on the heel, let's jump. Let's go for it, Bart. I'm just going to watch Bart's technique, make sure he's okay. Brilliant. Brilliant. So now Bart as well, you can see that his balance is really good. It's an exercise he's done quite a few times now when he's been in the studio with us. So he's working through his glutes and he's working through his thighs, he's getting that heart rate going. And look at his range of movement. And leave it there. Cheers, Bart. Thank you for that. So his range of movement's really good. We're not expecting you to be like that just today. This is about having a go. It's about getting used to the exercises. So when you start the plan, you know exactly what you're doing. So you can get into it and work at your level, thing that challenges you. So well done. Brilliant exercise. Right, let's go to 2 horrible ones. Most of you are going to know these. There's not too much for us to go through. It's just kind of a little bit of a warning that these exercises are coming. Don't worry, they don't come in for quite a while, so they're not in at the start of the programs, but they are going to come. So let's get them right. It's the burpee and the squat thrust. Horrible exercises. Ugh, everyone hates them. Really important you get them right. And particularly the burpee, it's about, you know what, take your time a little bit. Take your time a little bit first. Don't rush through it. Get through the exercise. Burpee's this. Let me show you really quick demonstration. So we jump down, jump back, jump and up. Down, back and up. Okay, let me show you what not to do. This is what we don't do from the side. So I want you to be careful of your lower back. We don't do this. Back, jump, back, all in a mess. Back, back. Okay, so we're taking that spine and we're just throwing it everywhere. Don't do that. Take your time with it. You don't have to move at the same speed that we do within class. Remember, it's all about challenging yourself. So you work to your level of ability. So let's break it down. Let's do it really slow. So Bart, come into play. Hands down, everyone. Knees are bent. Look how low Bart is, right into the squat. And then we jump back. He's into a plank. Jumps forward. Look how low his knees are. You should be able to look forward, peel up, and jump if you can. Just one rep. Feel heart. My heart's soft, just one rep. Brilliant exercise. We're not going to do hundreds of these. We never include lots of exercises like this that deplete the body too much within workouts. The little spikes are brilliant to go. Right, let's do 10 seconds or something. That's what we'll do now. Right, Bart's going to lead us. You're going to follow at home. Please be careful of your backs. Take your time. Have a go with this. Just make sure you get the mechanics right. Don't worry if you only do 2 reps. That's cool. Here we go. Bart, lead us on. In and up. Perfect. So you've got that bit of a spring, you know, it's tough. It's a brilliant exercise for as well. It gets your heart pumping, gets your adrenaline going. So even though it's really challenging to do, weirdly, it kind of stimulates you and pushes you on and makes you go, yeah, and fights you and pushes you and burns you. It's a great exercise for that, you know, that bit of a kick, that bit of adrenaline, that bit of aggression that gets in your body. Okay, Bart, thank you very much. Brilliant stuff. Right, let's break it down to our final exercise, squat thrusts. So Bart's going to show you from the front, I'm going to show you from the side. Now we're going to do a squat thrust, but I'm also going to show you a bit of a mountain climber and alternate leg squat thrust as well, because we definitely use these in plan. So we go into a plank. Now our squat thrust is we jump forward, and we jump back, and we jump forward, and we jump back. Okay, that's simple. Do me 5. Bart, you lead us. So what I want you to see from the front is Bart's eyes are down, his hands are spread, his elbows are locked out, he's working his body, and he's trying to jump the feet as close to his hands as he can. Really coil the body up. Okay, Bart, take a break there, mate. Cheers. So he's really coiling the body up, trying to draw in all that power into the centre of the body. Let's change it a little because there's a few exercises that you'll know as we begin to develop the practice where we take something like a traditional squat thrust and we alter it a bit. So the first one I want to show you is an oblique squat thrust jump because we've used this before as well. So we'll go back into it. And this is where we jump to the side and then back and then jump to the side and then back. Okay, Bart, you're going to lead us off doing that. Now again, these are exercises that you may not feature with them for 3 or 4 weeks, but there's something that's going to come into play. So you know what? Why not have a go now? Why not just get used to it, see what's coming your way? No shocks, no surprises. Brilliant, Bart. Cheers from you there. Thanks there, mate. Right, our final thing. Little bit of a variation of squat thrust again. We're going to go through a mountain climber, or some people call it an alternate leg squat thrust. Bart, lead us into it. Look at Bart from the front. Same with his spine. Drop your hips, drop your hips, drop your hips. And then alternate knees, bring them in. It's as simple as that. One leg at a time, bring them in. Now what I'm getting Bart to do here is he's floating one foot in the air. So he isn't tapping the ground, he's just dragging that knee into his chest. A few more reps, Bart, a few more reps. Okay, break. You're going to have a go at home in a second of both those exercises. So we're going to go for the jump first, then for the mountain climber. That's us done. Already think, heart rate's up. So just this tutorial alone, brilliant, well done. This is exercise, we've exercised. Let's just have those 2 exercises one more time again. Let's go through them, get your heart rate up one final time, but make sure you got the mechanics right. So without looking at the screen, let's do the oblique jump. Jump to the side, and then jump back, and jump to the side, and jump back. And you know, grow into the exercise. The more confident you get, the stronger you get, the further those feet can jump forward. One more. Ah, brilliant. Great stuff. Right, let's go into our final exercise. Alternate leg squat thrust or mountain climber. Bart, rack it up. Let's go at home. Get your hips down. Boom. Let's go with the knees. Let's go with the knees. Let's go with the knees. Pull them in, Bart. Pull them in, pull them in, pull them in, pull them in. And we go 4, 3, 2. Love it. Well done. Thank you very much this morning, Bart, for coming and demonstrating with us. Thank you for joining us at home. Remember what I said before with tutorials. Don't just watch it once, have a bit of a go and go. Got it, got it. Don't worry if in a few weeks you feel maybe I'm not quite making the shapes that Stuart and Bart are in practice. Maybe you might get niggles and pains and things. Come back to the tutorials. They're always good to remind yourself. Even as teachers and instructors, that's what we do all the time. We always return back to our manuals just to make sure we can touch up on a few things. So have a go with those. And as always, thank you for joining us. Me and Bart will see you in session very soon. Take care. Well done.